Here we go. Cue the guitar twang, cue the skyline glow, and get ready for a Sunday showdown in Nashville, Tennessee. You got Cam Ward, yeah, that Cam Ward, the #1 pick, the kid with ice in his veins and a cannon in his arm. Who's got the Titans at 8-4, straight up flipping the AFC South script like a vinyl at a honky-tonk. Ain't no fluke either. They went into Houston, knocked off the Texans, and since then, everybody in the league's saying the same thing. Yo, this team might be for real. Put your boots on, turn the volume up, and don't forget that Verse merch is hotter than a Nashville fried chicken sandwich. Hit the link, rep your squad, and let's get loud, baby. It's Titans Chiefs.
This one features Chickasee McConkwo. He's gonna be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Titans and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next. It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll get to see Tyler Lockett. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit cold.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. Leading them out, it is their rookie quarterback from your alma mater, Greg, University of Miami.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
Back to the air once more on second down. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
So on fourth down, they'll turn to Lou Hedley here to punt. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away as he's standing right around his own goal line. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Titans offense and running back Tony Pollard going to take over once again. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And he'll only get down to around the 42. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. That caught Tony Pollard. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. He'll try to run for it. And he will have a Titans first down. Well, it didn't appear that he got it by much. He needed 4. He got 4 on 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic first down.
The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Again, they try Pollard. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3.
Brian Callahan will send out the field goal unit here. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Titans will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Patrick to throw. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Mahomes back. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Second time they've connected on this drive, and 19 yards out of this one.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Here's Pacheco. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Mahomes. That's caught. Travis Kelce. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that.
This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Chiefs. That his first touchdown this year. And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Titans offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but the cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down. Now a handoff to Pollard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll drop to throw. This one finds Lockett down the left side. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing now from the gun. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. He is in. Big Okonkwo. Touchdown Titans. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
The extra point is good. And the Titans are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Rice. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. No chance at all. He'll go down.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. Here's Maddezen now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That one knocked away and incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back, and he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
That's a great example of just the range that this linebacker has to be able to not only react quick enough to realize that running back was a threat to the flat, but to be able to have the speed to get there and bring him down for no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now, fair catch taken, and they're going to have great starting field position just shy of midfield. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. As we hit the home stretch here, you can see he leads all NFL wideouts in touchdown receptions for the year. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Smith-Schuster, the man in motion. Mahomes now on second down. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On third down, Mahomes. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Mahomes on first down. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on second and 4. They put Kelsey in motion. Right back to the air for Mahomes. Right back to Kelsey again. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. They put Kelsey in motion. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Adds to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. L'Jarius Sneed, tight coverage as he gets in the way of that one. Smith-Schuster, the man in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. He's got his big tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike. We say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. Going to try to pick up the first down with a zone read. 10 yards to pick up there, and that'll get him a new set of downs.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Quickly to the outside and complete.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch, stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
First and 10, and they give it to Pollard. He'll take this down inside the 30. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. They send Ridley in motion. They'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That one off the crossbar. Needed to hit it a little bit better. It's no good, and they are not able to draw closer. First and 10 now from the 36. They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
First down throw, Mahomes into the hands of Juju. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Catch made by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They'll try it now with Pacheco. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
The Titans offense ready to take over possession of the football. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. That one on target to Ridley. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Lockett brings it in out wide. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now they'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
That is catch number 60 for the season. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We're back to Nashville in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. The field goal unit is out for the Titans. This one will be from 37 yards out. His kick is perfect. And the Titans are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. A 1st down throw for Mahomes. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down. They put Kelsey in motion. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They put Kelsey in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll look deep here for Burks. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They put Kelsey in motion. He'll check that down to Pacheco. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, second and a yard. Off the play fake, Mahomes. That is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Woods. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The home team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. And now, following the turnover, they have a chance to move out in front. They start first and goal.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
He'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Mahomes. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
A give here to Pacheco. And he'll power it, push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down forthcoming. Here's Mahomes. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. 1st and 10. Lockett headed in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's complete to Lockett outright. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Couple of 1st downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10 up at the 42. They'll look to throw yet again. That is caught by the man wearing 0, Calvin Ridley. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw again. He's going to run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got it. That's Burks. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. The field goal unit is out for the Titans. This about as short as you can get. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Titans add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. For a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They put Kelsey in motion. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
A handoff to Pacheco. He'll be taken down at about the 33-yard line. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. This one is caught downfield by Ridley. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly. They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Here's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Pollard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. And that is incomplete. Trent McDuffie right there with the tight defensive coverage.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Open man, it's Juju Smith-Schuster downfield. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10 for Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On third down, Mahomes. He's got a man. It's Smith-Schuster. Well, they hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead. And the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He gets that to Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. They put Kelsey in motion. On second down, Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They put Kelsey in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He pulls it in around the 5. And after the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't.
He puts it up, and it's caught. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown catch, number 20 on the year. And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. He'll start at the 4. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. Second and a yard. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. We'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, Lockett's there, and he got it. Here's a second and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Big play coming up. This is third down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And now it's fourth down. The Titans sending out their punter. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Tight end going in motion here. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That one pulled in by Brown. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. On 2nd down, Pacheco. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense. Automatic first down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Running here, it's Pollard. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9. setting up second and short. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. He'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Open man, left side, he's got it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down for Tennessee.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Lockett brings it in out wide. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Second down, 8 for the first down. They'll run with Pollard. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up first and goal. They'll run here. It's Pollard. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Second down, goal to go. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Let's go. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minutes. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. Here's first down. They put Kelsey in motion. First down throw there is incomplete. Mahomes now to throw on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. A run with Pacheco. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On comes the Chiefs punter. Important punt here in this tie game late. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Titans' offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now a first throw here in overtime. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Here's 3rd and 2. They put Kelsey in motion. They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And a nice run. He's got a 1st down, tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He keeps it himself. And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. So let's check out this call. Throwing is Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. They put Kelsey in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And in motion is Brown. On 3rd down, Mahomes. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to get a leg up in the OT. This kick is good. He knocks it through. And they get the upper hand as they take the lead to start overtime.
Of course they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with one stop to win this football game?
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He has Lockett over the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. Greg and I back to search for a winner after this. Back to throw. Into the hands of Lockett. Complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup. Quarterback knew the blitz was coming. You could hear him pre-snap communicating with the guys up front, but sometimes it's just the perfect defensive call, and there weren't enough blockers to account for all the rushers. He had to get the ball out quick, and thankfully for him, he got it out just in the nick of time.
Back to the air one more time. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll again get it to Ridley. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to extend the overtime. The kick is good. Under pressure, he delivers. And we continue on. Now it's next score wins here in overtime. So, the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. This returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. Looking middle, he's got Kelsey. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Mahomes on first down. Taking a shot for Smith-Schuster. And that is going to be incomplete. Zeros on the clock. And that is going to do it. Unsatisfying finish, to say the least. This game ends up in a tie. Well, these two teams were able to match field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. Nothing beyond that. Game's going to end in a tie. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.